Evicting a tenant can seem like a complicated process, but in this video, we'll quickly explain eviction laws in Colorado and how to recover your property in 5 simple steps. First, what is an eviction? Eviction is the process of legally removing a tenant. It's illegal for a landlord to change locks or physically remove a tenant themselves. So if the renter refuses to leave after violating their lease, you must seek an eviction from the court. The process for simply terminating a lease differs from that of an eviction. Lease terminations require proper notice from the landlord or tenant, and state conditions can be found on our website. Legal reasons for eviction in Colorado. A landlord only has grounds to evict a tenant for reasons allowable in the state. The first step in the eviction process is to give the lessee one of the following notices: non-payment and non-compliance. If the tenant is late on rent or violates the lease, you can serve them a 10-day notice to quit. This gives the lessee 10 days to comply with the lease and/or pay their rent in full or vacate the property. Rent grace period. In Colorado, there is no rent grace period. Rent is due on the due date. An eviction notice can be served if rent is only 1 day late. 5 steps to legally evicting a tenant in Colorado. Serve the notice to quit. Choose the form you need and download or fill it out on eForms.com. Post it on the tenant's door and also send it via certified mail with a return receipt requested via USPS. If the breach is curable, you must wait the specified number of days to give the tenant a chance to fix the problem. File eviction papers with the court. If the tenant doesn't fix the breach and remains on the property, you can proceed to court. The following documents should be filed in the county court where the property is located: Complaint Form JDF 99, Summons Form CRCCP 1A. Serve the summons and complaint. The court will set a hearing, and the tenant must be served by a civil process server at least 7 days before the court date. The process server will provide an affidavit of service for the landlord to file with the court. Obtain a judgment. The lessee may file an answer to the complaint, and the court will decide at the hearing who is entitled to possession and if there are damages to be awarded. If the tenant does not respond, the landlord may file the following documents in order to obtain a judgment: motion for judgment and order. Writ of Restitution. If the tenant has not responded within 48 hours after judgment, you may file a writ of restitution to force the tenant to vacate. Once you obtain approval from the court, you can contact the local sheriff's office to remove the tenant and their possessions. Now you can get eviction proceedings started. Get eviction forms, court documents, and all other information you'll need at the link below for free.